Some of us think holding on makes us strong, but sometimes it is letting go. Every experience has its element of magic. Whoever wants music instead of noise, joy instead of pleasure, soul instead of gold, creative work instead of business, passion instead of foolery, finds no home in this trivial world of ours. Love your suffering. Do not resist it. Do not flee from it. It is only your aversion to it that hurts, nothing else. There is no reality except the one contained within us. Within you, there is a stillness and sanctuary to which you can retreat at any time and be yourself. When you like someone, you like them in spite of their faults. When you love someone, you love them with their faults. I have always believed, and I still believe, that whatever good or bad fortune may come our way, we can always give it meaning and transform it into something of value. There is no reality except the one contained within us. That is why so many people live such an unreal life. They take the images outside them for reality and never allow the world within to assert itself. People with courage and character always seem sinister to the rest. God does not send us despair in order to kill us. He sends it in order to awaken us to new life. If you hate a person, you hate something in him that is part of yourself. What isn't part of ourselves doesn't disturb us. I began to understand that suffering and disappointments and melancholy are there not to vex us or cheapen us or deprive us of our dignity, but to mature and transfigure us. I live in my dreams. That's what you sense. Other people live in dreams, but not in their own. That's the difference. You must find your dream. Then the way becomes easy. You have to try the impossible to achieve the possible. Happiness is love, nothing else. A man who is capable of love is happy. A tree has something to say to us. Be still, be still. Look at me. Home is within you, or home is nowhere at all. When the suffering becomes acute enough, one goes forward. Solitude is independence. Knowledge can be communicated, but not wisdom. One can find it, live it, be fortified by it, do wonders through it, but one cannot communicate and teach it. You are only afraid if you are not in harmony with yourself. People are afraid because they've never owned up to themselves. You can ride. You can travel with a friend of your own. The final step you must take alone. No wisdom is better than this when known that every hard thing is done alone. If I know what love is, it is because of you. We kill at every step, not only in wars, riots, and executions. We kill when we close our eyes to poverty, suffering, and shame. I in the same way all disrespect for life, all hard-heartedness, all indifference, all contempt is nothing else than killing. The man of power is ruined by power, the man of money by money, the submissive man by subservience, the pleasure seeker by pleasure. Because the world is so full of death and horror, I try again and again to console my heart and pick the flowers that grow in the midst of hell. The truth is lived, not taught. Happiness is a how, not a what. A talent, not an object. Life is waiting everywhere. The future is flowering everywhere, but we only see a small part of it and step on much of it with our feet. I realize today that nothing in the world is more distasteful to a man than to take the path that leads to himself. As a body, everyone is single. As a soul, never. You are only Afriad if you are not in harmony with yourself. People are afraid because they have never owned up to themselves. A whole society composed of men afraid of the unknown within them. We have to stumble through so much dirt and humbug before we reach home, and we have no one to guide us. Our only guide is our homesickness. A house without books is a poor house, even if beautiful rugs are covering its floors and precious wallpapers and pictures cover its walls. I have been and still am a seeker, but I have ceased to question stars and books. I have begun to listen to the teaching my blood whispers to me. How beautiful the world was when one looked at it without searching, just looked simply and innocently. The bird fights its way out of the egg. The egg is the world. Who would be born must first destroy a world. The bird flies to God. The God's name is Abraxas. Within us, there is someone who knows everything, wills everything, does everything better than we ourselves. I wanted only to live in accord with the promptings which came from my true self. Why was that so very difficult?